Hello everyone, this is Own Wall Street with thetradersperspective.com. It's Wednesday evening and before you have the US dollar. Presently I'm using the 4-hour time frame to get an idea of what's been happening since my last video to you all on Sunday. Basically not much has changed. We've managed to kind of hold these lows near 96.50. We still haven't penetrated below this level here. So in essence this 4-hour time frame shows this downtrend line that I mentioned in my previous video, and that this was going to be the obstacle to get over before the US dollar can make any attempt to move higher. So when I was looking at the 30-minute time frame just a few minutes ago, I noticed that you can kind of see that the US dollar was going to be popping up a little bit. There was a nice pop here off the lows, bumped into this trend line and triggered this selling pressure. Again, the bulls came in near the lows, popped this back up near the trend line, and the 200 moving average has been serving as an additional level of resistance. So the only thing as far as the bulls, I would say you are managing to maintain this 50 period simple moving average shown here by this black line. And as you can see, it does appear like the shorts are beginning to cover a little bit more. I would see the US dollar kind of pop up a little bit more here, probably towards the latter part of the week. We may end up closing probably somewhere near this 96.70 level, I would imagine. There's just been a lot of pressure, selling pressure on the US dollar, and I'll go back to this 4-hour time frame for you here so you can kind of get an idea of what I'm looking at. So, um, give me one more moment here. Okay, and as you can see here, after this rounding, this attempt to kind of have a rounding bottom failed, and we met with this continued selling pressure around 97.70, we have pushed lower and have now been battling with this 50 period simple moving average. So again, I would say that the bulls will try to push higher again, and they're going to meet resistance near this trend line. Beware of the false breakout that could occur, and the dollar may test this 50 period simple moving average again, only to come reverse back down. That is definitely a possibility. There has been a lot of sell pressure. Again, I'm going to go out to the longer time frame so you can kind of get an idea of why I say this. Here you can see that we've basically just broken down out of a big wedge pattern, and now we've been kind of fighting with my moving average here, and you can see it kind of coincides with this trend line here. So looking at the larger time frame, daily chart mind you, you can see here that we've had a big bearish break in this weekly uptrend line here. This is a major trend line, and we have broken below it. I haven't really heard too many people speaking about this, but in general, that's basically what you're seeing. Is we've rallied to try to get back up into this price action here in this wedge pattern. We have failed the test, and now we're under more pressure. And we've managed to have some interim support around 96.50. I'm still looking for this move down to 96 level. So any types of rallies, if let me just give you an example of what to look for, and it's what I'll be looking for as well. So I'll be looking for is number one on this hourly time frame. I'll be looking for price action to maintain this 50 period simple moving average here, and also a break out of this downtrend here. So the next key, as I mentioned before, is this 97 level. So again, if I go back to this 30-minute time frame, you can clearly see that we do have dual levels of resistance around 96.80, which is the 200 period simple moving average, as well as this downtrend line here, which I have shown previously several times now. So 97 is going to be a tough level for the US dollar. In general, I would say that my honest opinion is that you want to kind of see price break above this and then come back down. But the way the pattern looks, I'd still see further downside as a very high probability. Again, we are between these two moving averages. If the US dollar is to kind of try to get a bullish push up through this downtrend line, that's when you'll start to see this 50 come across here, and then this 200 should in theory act as a support, as well as a break above this trend line and then a test of this trend line here. If we can maintain support at around 96, 80, 97 preferably, then you'll be seeing prices maybe maintain a higher push, and that may happen next week. But as far as I'm concerned right now and heading into the end of the week, I would say that it is possible for the US dollar to have a little bit of a bounce. I don't see anything significant. I still have my eyes on that 96 target. and again, I'll go out to this weekly time frame to give you an idea of where we are. It is Wednesday, so midweek we are basically below last week's close, and we are sitting near last week's support level. So again, given how things look, it just appears like we will be going to this 96 handle. Monthly time frame also tells the story. I'll jump out there, even though it's only the 7th of the month at this point, but we should be testing this level regardless. So I would say sooner than later, and then a possibility for the US dollar to try to maintain the level here between 96 and previous resistance at 99.90, or just shy of 100. Um, let's call it 100, so 96 and 100. So that this may be the new range for the US dollar for all we know going forward. However, my personal opinion is that we still have more pain for the US dollar going forward. But again, we'll take that as it comes, week by week, and update by update. But in the meantime, I gave you my input. I'm looking for a possible spike in the US dollar. 96.80, 96.90 is going to be that level. You have the 50 period simple moving average as well to watch out for if you're looking at the 4-hour time frame, and that's just shy of 97. Again, look for this trend line. That's going to be the key. So if you're going to be long, make sure you have your stops placed. Manage your positions well. If you're going to be shorting near this 97, watch for the trend line to act as a support level. I'm on Wall Street. This has been a presentation by thetradersperspective.com. This is the US dollar. Happy and green trading to you all. Thank you so much for subscribing and watching. Have a wonderful evening.